Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody holding up? Good to see y'all. So, it's that time again. Time to wrap up another case. Hopefully, it's gonna go fairly smoothly, because we are sorta kinda more or less familiar with the motivations. Obviously, the game is going to throw a few curveballs at us, as it usually does, very successfully. But here's hope. It's gonna go somewhat alright. Hey Yash, what's up? Congrats on your 40 stream streak. Well, that escalated quickly. Are they starting to catch up with the all the other streams before this whole system got implemented? Has it been 30 streams already? Wow, time sure flies when you're having fun, huh? I'm better than yesterday, but nothing changed anyway. Aw, well, coincidentally, I'm actually worse than yesterday. So we might have to be taking more hydration checks than usual. My apologies once again, and maybe we'll have to go refill our drinks halfway through this. So, yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's hope this all goes alright, and we are not gonna get terribly stuck at any point in time. So, Part 4-1, shall we? Go to the court. See what shenanigans await. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me?
Yeah, I read the record. Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself and she's so grown up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in the murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya.
Huh? What do you mean?
My mother is coming today to show her support.
Oh. I'm not sure how supportive that support will be, all things considered.
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Phew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
It might get a bit brutal for the child. 10 a.m., courtroom number 2. There she is again. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faye. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But Miss Von Karma! Then, how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then, what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Faye, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Into an incinerator? Can you substitute your claim? Substinate, rather? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Faye, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Good thing Pearlie's not seeing. All that's about to transpire, huh? Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Faye, and I am a spirit medium, in a matter of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a matter of speaking? Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watching over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... Woof! You, be quiet! Now, witness, something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Faye, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Objection? Order, order, order! Miss Faye, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Or someone once again intimidated somebody else to keep their mouth shut. Never happened before, I swear it. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Then how did you sever the whole thing if you were knocked out? Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right, she's simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Yes, I imagine. So here we go. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Hold it! Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I wonder. I was referring to a foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair barrel to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. What, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. I don't know. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and bad of one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. I am very unsatisfied, but thanks for asking. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and the strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by that statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however... Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? I'm not leaving that be. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Oh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. But I want to hear now! Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Objection! Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Faye? Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had ran away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short time. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. The defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Question further. So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I wouldn't think that's obvious. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. The judge's 2 brain cells are starting to formulate a thought. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this, witness. What do you mean by that? It means she was another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Okay, that's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. Ah! Eek! Be quiet, you! I didn't get to read all of that. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Miny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eeny Miny? I think you can see where this is headed. More or less. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Miny, a very common name, as we are now aware. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is the parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what it means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miny, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Narrator, it did, in fact, come back to bite them in the butt. Okay, after the murder. Also, actually, hold up, I do need a drink. Sorry, this will be happening a lot today, so again, my apologies. Whew. Okay. Like when the started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like a little later, someone came in the room, like really suddenly. Got a picture. I was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered your room was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness. Yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what that terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
Here comes. My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie?
She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Judge, remember when you had a hard time believing the second bullet? He had a lot of times believing a lot of things. Too many to count. Like, when the channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room? Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? That's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
A little later, someone came into my room, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think. You think? God damn it, there's no time. No smoking gun just yet. 11 a.m. Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. Okay. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room? Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. Like, it's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness, about this person who entered the side room.
Well, that was a waste of time.
It was like, oh my god, totally my sister!
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess?
You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. There you go, more Phoenix lore.
But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie Miney? I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way.
You were happy in a sad way.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult? But I, like, know about the crying channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning?
Never!
Stop asking! About asking or not asking.
So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange.
But...
Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection. Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
Yeah?
It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet.
But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
All right, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that. I wasn't, like, scared at all, and, like, her costume looked totally, like, normal.
Normal? So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance?
Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird.
Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong.
That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on?
Should Phoenix reconsider his career over this one witness? Well, we'll see how it ends up, but I think it might be running through his mind at this point.
My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Something terrible? What was this thing she told you?
Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already?
A foolish fool with a foolish sieve? Sieve? For a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Wow. What references? Ask.
I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you.
Oh, please do. That was no accident. Ooh. I was drugged, I was sleeping with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. It doesn't seem spookier than before. False advertisement. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie?
Like, how was that?
It was a little scary.
Like, I'm sorry, maybe I like put too much spookiness into it.
I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into the slide, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Here we go again, from the top. Let's see now again. She was sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Wasn't scared at all, and like, her costume looked totally normal. This. I feel like we gotta push here. Right? Like, I feel like this is the only opening I see right now. I said there, she's like, told me something like totally terrible. Here with the picture, maybe? Like the costume looking normal. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Define normal. Was it like covered in blood or anything? Also, what is the normal costume when it comes to your sister specifically? Huh? What? Let's press this thing again. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance, nothing weird. That's impossible? Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? Yeah, it's like they're also pointing to that one statement that we probably should push here. Should we try the picture? Or maybe the robes? Does this look normal to you? Also, it was burnt, allegedly? So it's two different costumes, turns out? I guess we have some options. Well, we saved, so let's go down the list, I suppose. Because I don't know which exactly it might be.
Objection!
That was a very well-spun line, Miss Eenie. Oh, what are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well-constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, and?
But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. Look at this! This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you are really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. First try. For once. Order! Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me.
That eep!
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
Witness, your personality did a complete 180 here.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like,
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to snap.
Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Is here ever? After the murder, part 2.
The side room was kind of dark, you know? So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Why? Yes, now I see. Do you? And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. And I shall.
The side room was kind of dark, you know?
Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Objection! Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You're such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay.
Can't breathe. Let me out of here.
So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in?
You didn't see the blood?
Yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well.
That's,
Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I totally didn't. I was looking at was her face.
Continue.
And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that.
Something like what if you didn't see the blood or the pistol? And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, at the time?
Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew. She said she did something really bad. And she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Yeah.
It hurts.
And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
I forgot to press it. Sorry. We'll go again. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. He'll end the trial, I know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Well, it actually does matter because I didn't, press Q. Oops! Okay, it took her to the challenge chamber. Was your sister calm by that time?
I guess so. I guess maybe taking her revenge on Dr. Gray made her feel a lot better.
I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready.
And Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place, huh? What do you mean?
When you save the game, and then ask the question. The question being, when you were in the side room,
we're going to the crime scene. Arrived at the crime scene. You know, I'd like to ask all of these questions, actually. Arrived at the crime scene, maybe? Because there were unusual things, at least at 2 of these places, happening as this whole thing unfolded. We're going to the crime scene? I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Well, was the incinerator running? Because you better stop it. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will please include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. You don't find anything? Yeah. Can we go back and question the rest of the places? Didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. It took her to this is where they gave us the branching options, didn't they? Let's try again. No? They won't? Hold it? I guess so. I guess maybe what if we hold it? Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember! I totally didn't see anyone on the way. This is really a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes that. Yeah. Should we load in and try other options? Maybe it is a dead end. I am also quite curious to see if the other options are any different. Probably nothing in this as well, but we can still try. I'm talking about when you were in the side room, of course. No, nothing strange. What should I do? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I totally can't. Just give it up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wonder if I put too much faith in Inie's ability to do anything with that brain. Oof. Sick burn. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Yeah. He believes in this testimony. But... they didn't add anything this time. Push this again? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Sure. Was there anything... something out of place? What do you mean? Okay, this time they didn't lock us out, so maybe the second one was correct, and we had to... talk about the incinerator or something? I'm talking about when you arrived at the channeling chamber, of course. Well, let's try this one as well. No, nothing strange. What should I do? What do you think? Think harder. I know you can remember something. Totally can't. Just give it up already. Putting too much faith. So I guess the middle one was the correct one. Right? Because again, it's 4 dots. Yep. Seems like we were right the first time. It's okay. Now we know. Maybe she could have not remembered something specific about all of them. We had to try. No, nothing strange. Press harder. We'll keep this one then. Totally can't. It's not good enough. It is very important. It's the only one that gives me an extra option. So who am I to judge? I didn't see anyone on the way there. Channeling chamber. So, how are we going to do this? What are we going to present? Is it any of the stuff that came out the incinerator? Is it Pearl playing with her ball and breaking the urn? Because a lot of shit was happening at the winding way. Just gotta sort out what the heck exactly which angle we're trying to push here. This? Maybe? We saved, so let's go. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly is the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Damn it, Judge! Okay, let's try Pearl. Or should we have used, like, the profiles to bring up, you know, Pearl herself? We can try with the ball. If it doesn't, we can load back in and do the other thing, perhaps.
Objection!
It clearly doesn't reveal anything. Okay, let's try theory number 2, I guess. Without wasting any of our life. I hope it's correct. Or Pearl, age 8.
Objection!
Huh? You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that?
No! Objection!
As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous.
Objection!
It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. Oh, what sort of foolish? There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Because she was fixing the vase? The urn? Whatever? This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn? I hope her mom doesn't hear it. Youch! Why? Why do you feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. and Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Ooh, damn. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection!
The witness just testified about that.
That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Yeah, I guess so. There is no way. Your lies end here.
What are you...
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Definitely not me not saving the game. That's for sure. Back. It's in her testimony just now. It's in the evidence. Help me, Mia! What do you guys think? Gonna put you in a hot seat for a second while I hydrate, and everybody should do that too, probably. Maybe a stretch. And all the other things? All the other checks? Hi, Life is Weird. Welcome to the stream. How are you holding up? Good to see you. Hope you brought drinks to hydrate. We're trying to close the case today, and boy, what a doozy. Stretch, everybody. Stretch. Has to be the evidence, right? The box, maybe? Amazing game and music, yes. Loving it so far. I don't remember asking, have you played this before? Life is Weird. Any of the Ace Attorney games? Most likely. Shall we try? In our total not cowardice, we did save. The answer is in the court record. What? Huh. Planning to throw out another irrelevant piece of evidence? Very well, the court will see this evidence. Wait. Mia? I don't know what you plan on showing to the court. It's not evidence. But I can guarantee you the answer is not there. I withdraw my statement. Just this once, I'll lend you a hand. Now, rethink your answer. Alright. Oops. Mr. Wright, what is your answer? Okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? There is a contradiction? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement.
Like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything?
It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
I conceived that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. Never played, but they were quite popular back in the time. Yeah, they were. And somehow I've never got to play them until now. Enjoying it though. Hope everyone is too.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question.
Objection!
Don't ask a question of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place?
In the box, I'd say. And the box was somewhere in the channeling chamber, I don't bloody know. Here? Miss Miney was here, of course.
What? But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the crime scene. Well, yeah. Just words arranged differently. You get it.
Order, order, order! That's why it's... Wah!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? In the box? Behind the thing? We did point out that it was very dark behind the divider, and some of them did check and nobody was there. But the box has a hole in it, and so does the divider. Meaning? Here, of course.
Behind the folding screen.
Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball!
Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying...
Shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. This! Miss Miney. How you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box. No person could fit in that except, you know, a lot of heart, perhaps. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lada disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
Objection!
But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Yes, with some evidence. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove This clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The screen. Take a look at this clothing box.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This... What on earth? Oh!
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Order! Order! So what?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on the client.
No, stop!
I can't stand to listen anymore to this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all of that by herself. Well, yeah, somebody else could have lended a hand. But let's take some precautions, shall we? Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Let's find the accomplice. That would be you, wouldn't it? Witness number one.
This person!
If it wasn't someone from Crime Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fae household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Faye!
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? She's about to go Super Saiyan. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in the medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. Then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And this is why the hole in the folding screen was so low on the ground. To the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and...
After that, you and the other lady, thought to break into the room?
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we force our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind the murder.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah!
Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of one karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Miss Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Eh? Well, that's,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Her sister's dead?
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
A motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. That is... What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is... well, this. Probably? Right? Has to be.
Ah, just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now, even she is calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Well, yeah. No duh. Because, through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right?
Didn't you say that yourself?
And you want to say I wanted to take revenge both based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm like, going to explain, so like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence he asked me to ask me about it, you know?
She's back to her head persona. However, you see, ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. No. What happened? I thought I had her for sure.
See? Like, it's just as I, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie.
Very well, I now concede the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. Conclude.
And I concede. For all of this. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please.
Well, if you put it like that.
If you want to say that you can't prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I really do this? Can I really do this? I mean, Mia is probably gonna slap me across the head if I say no, I can't. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney has a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Eek!
Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? You're supposed to be on my side. Hey!
Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way.
No way!
Very well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. We'll continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a second!
To be continued. Yay! That went pretty well, actually. GG, y'all. The second half, I have a feeling we might have a few more obstacles. Especially if they're going to bring back the first witness back. Right? June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. Mr. Cord, defender lobby, number 3. Before we start, I would like to make a request to one of the chatters, so give me a second. Our request for more tea has been placed. Sorry guys, can you hear me? I had to mute myself for a sec. Sign off in chat! And everybody else, also hydration check, posture check, food check, meds check. All of that stuff. Get on it. Okay, June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. Defended lobby number 3.
Is it really true? About my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Innie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under these circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt?
Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hi. Ah! Miss Von Karma!
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation?
Looking down on me even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Huh. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then, we'll know who the real winner is. In 20 seconds, 12:10 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Here goes. Should be the last one. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past.
Miss Miney, if you please.
Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but...
Last year's accident.
That was, last year in May? Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then? The night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped, too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because I felt jolt and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away.
I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows the day after last year, day after day. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. No, those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Last year's accident.
That was last year in May.
Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then?
Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. Our accident was on the 24th.
2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence?
My sis was totally tired, so that's why, duh. Something really bad had happened at my sister's clinic around then.
That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct?
Yeah.
What was the case of the mistake? Like, I heard it was cause the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis.
Objection!
That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made this mistake. But like, it really wasn't my sis. Like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired when she was driving. She was totally tired, you mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and like, was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? Press. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switching drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't like have a driver's license. Do you now? This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. I have it right here. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. Anyway, I was like totally put to, so like fell asleep in the passenger seat. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like it was at like 1 AM or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. So like I hadn't slept and was working like really hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. Yeah, right. I like woke up because of a jolt and like it was sea of flames around me. And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. I like opened the door and like got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time, so like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail anymore.
Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself.
I think I like gave an interview after the accident.
Yes, I have it right here. Again, also, in my big bag of evidence.
Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know?
If it's that article, then I've already got it.
I like didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her.
This is where we push it. And that's why you were in the passenger seat.
Like, yeah. I was like at my college's research lab till like really late. So my sis was like giving me a ride home.
I see. Phoenix?
Yes?
You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony.
Yeah, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this.
I'm ready to end this, alright. Skip, skip, skip. I think the first time she brought up the not being able to drive was the third point, but here she like says it straight to our face. So I guess this is where we push it. Now where is it? Kenny's photo for the driver's license. Here we go. Miss Miney. That was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. Nah. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. Can we bring him in? Please don't.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And now that's... Ah, youch! No one cares. With this, when did you receive your driver's license?
Like last November.
What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license.
Ow! Cry, and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm like, glad you get it, but like, even if I had my license, I like, don't think my sis would have like let me drive.
Yow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Give it to me, why the whip, and the pain, and the ow? Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway?
That's because...
I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Miney, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean.
Surely not.
I wouldn't be allowed.
Hold on, guys. Like, around that time, I was like really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. Taking after Edgeworth, I see. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... We know a thing or two about mufflers. Don't we? Like around the time I was really close to getting my license. So, what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they called. Permit. Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah! Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So like, may I continue? My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like she'd flip out at like a drop of rain, and like she would notice if someone like touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Brass. Why did she take such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think the car's getting dirty is just another fact of life, but... I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Next, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Mighty, what kind of car was it?
She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials?
The the two brain cells. And it was a really special model. She has waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love for cars would be the obvious next topic. Press. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Meany, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. Sure, why not? So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Why do you feel like I need to save? Again. Call it a hunch. Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
You! What do you know? That's sleek!
Something about a cool breeze, I think. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. Badoomts. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. We do? She would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. Was your sister good at driving? She was totally awesome. She said she was going to be like the racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. So that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Yeah, I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe, there is a path. I know it. He almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Really? Is there? Because I'm not seeing it. At the time I was really close to getting a license. My sister was totally big fan of cars. I'm really valid then. My sister's new car, a totally special model for... This has to be it, because that's the one extra one that we acquired while badgering the witness, quotation marks. And that's the one where Mia also points out that there's the clue. Totally special model from England. What the heck do we even have to contradict this? Patience. Surely we can't use this in the court to dig further. Articles about the car accident? Could it be this? This is about cars. I don't know. The channeling chamber, stab and bullet wound. I think these are pretty much useless to us, unless they want us to use this again for some reason. Profiles? Anything on her? College student, researcher. Older sister Mimi died in the car accident. But in the car accident 1 year ago was Enid's older sister, nurse at Dr. Dr. Gray's clinic. Does it have to be the article? Ratios of extremely healthy. That's all they're going to add about this, huh? Dude, I don't know, man. Should we try the article? I'm not sure if the article is gonna have anything about it. We can't read through these things anymore, it seems like. Because this whole bit is playing into like driving on the right side of the road and all that, and I don't know if we have anything for it. Articles? Maybe there's more than one articles in there?
Objection!
Oh. Miss Miney. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and like got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah!
What do you mean by this?
Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the door. Right side door of the car. But you were sitting there. Then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah!
Oh, shit. Order! Order in the court! Order! Order!
Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Innie said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Innie said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connected all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Innie or Mimi, who really was driving the car that night? You knew this was coming. From a mile away. On the right side of the road. Well, Innie was the one who got all messed up. Right? And she didn't have the driver's license? Is this correlated somehow? Can we assume that it was Innie? And the answer is Innie Miney, of course.
Why would you say that?
Miss Innie Miney just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Ow! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spent his time foolishly. At the time, Miss Innie Miney had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident, so it wasn't wrong. The real truth? Think outside of the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Well, Mimi, then. If you put it that way. The answer is that the person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Innie Miney, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... I guess it's her, huh? Deceased.
Take that!
Mimi Miney. This is your real name.
Objection!
Of all the foolish dribble, then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she had admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery! This is the picture she gave to the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No!
What? Mimi Miney? She died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the car crash site, that was the body of the real Mimi Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? That car accident 1 year ago, the one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. She took her face off. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Oh!
What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. Damn! And the fact would have been discovered had the channeling been concluded. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Miss Von Karma.
Why do you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this. The malpractice? That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
A jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francisca von Karma.
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Yo! Ow! 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 Ow!
Abuse! Lawyer abuse! I think he might be dead.
Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham!
Now then, looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Well, oh well, that ends well, right?
Wow. This is all. This court is adjourned.
June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Congratulations, Maya.
Sis!
Aww. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing?
Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I?
No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream.
You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent.
A familiar scent?
I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago.
That's right. There is still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi had shot Dr. Gray? I guess we're awake now. I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then young Wada would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again.
And it definitely never will, surely. Ever.
I'm fine because I have you to help me, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, please, I need an answer.
Will they actually ask us to give her an answer? Because there could be two. One is correct and one is incorrect. For different reasons. Those might change. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... well... how do we put it? I'm not sure we even have something about this. Well, technically, she wanted to get rid of their branch of the family or whatever, so she could take her rightful place as the older sister to be a master of the channeling school or whatever. But we don't have Mama in this list. And I'm not sure we have anything else. So maybe she steps in. Maybe something with my mysterious lights. Broken by Pearl, under repair in the hallway until police came. I don't bloody know what to present here. I'll be real with y'all. Maya being the next for the title, I guess? Well, again, feeds into the whole situation. And because her mom, like after 4 more years, if she doesn't return to the village, she would be erased. Again, quotation marks. And then I guess she would be, you know, able to if Maya is out of the picture. Right? The medallion? I am not so sure about that. Could it be this? Could it be her? It doesn't really make sense. Top notch Lauren, my mentor in front forever. I mean, we saved. We can mess around, I guess. I don't get it. Yeah, me neither. Even I don't really know why Morgan cooperated with Mimi Miney. Unless we load in. I guess we can try medallion, but I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Also, a Magatama. Not a medallion. Let's try! I don't get it. No, not that either. Do we actually have the correct option? Because I honestly don't think we do, but the game might think otherwise. Could it be Pearl? Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Kurine village. And that person will be you, Maya. There we go, I think we got it. But if you weren't there, then the main family bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then?
Branch family? My aunt?
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Kurine, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out the murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout, at the end. Hooray! A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout, big top. Ooh. GG, everyone. Went pretty well, actually. Surprisingly so. Fairly unscathed. I'm not sure if we actually lost a point of health with some strategic saving and loading, of course, but I don't think we're really in any serious danger. But yeah, let's see how this starts. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. No, that kind of looks like a lion. Okay, I'll show you. The world's greatest magician, the one, the only, Maximilian Galactica. Oh yeah, going to have ourselves a JoJo episode, it seems like. And the disappearing act too. The greatest show on earth, as they say. December 26th! Well, happy birthday to me! 8:12 p.m. Very big circus entrance. Oh, hi, Pearl.
Wow, that was like being in a dream.
Well, you'll have to continue enjoying that dream because, oh my god, what an amazing face! God, I hope we'll get to see more of that. But yeah, we are calling it here, dear audience. I hope you are excited for the greatest show on earth, as we've already surmised. And yeah, congrats on finishing the second case. We have 2 more to go. And due to my insatiable curiosity, I looked at the table of contents for the upcoming cases. This one should be more or less as long as the previous one, but the last one, that might take us a while, so maybe we're not just halfway through the game, actually. But we'll see. Exciting stuff, nonetheless. Other than that, I'm not sure if we're going to have a stream this weekend or not. I will keep in touch. Potentially not, but it's kinda 50-50 right now. Other than that, I hope you have a lovely rest of the week and an even lovelier start of the weekend. And we are most definitely, absolutely, positively returning to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney next week. Probably same as usual, Tuesday-ish, Wednesday-ish. Well, you know yourself. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Stay safe. And bye for now. Peace.